go down this way, and then we'll start going like this, maybe. That'll be good, right? Just making the dream a reality over here. You don't really have to do it any shape. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing stuff. I'm clicking on things and stuff. Alright, so we've got some more mining queued up, right? First of all, Cecily Boltus has achieved Trapper level 2, and she can charm a pet, apparently. Oh, fantastic. They're just sleeping in the dirt over here because they don't have any beds yet. Let's actually go back and check on our house here. Let's take a look at it. By going into not X-ray. By going on to select this, you can go into Building Vision, which lets you see sort of Sims style, or just the floor plan version of it. This house is fairly useless, I'll be honest. It doesn't have a bed or anything in it. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to go to our Carpenter that we selected earlier, and we're going to use our Build Workshop button that I've been neglecting using so far. Now it's time to sort of show you guys some advanced stuff that you can do with these jobs. So let's make our workbench right over here by this stockpile, right? That's the Carpenter. He's going to be making his workbench in no time. There she goes. Look at her go. Now she has a workbench. It'll unlock the workshop. Voila. And this is how you're going to be making all your stuff in this game. All of it. So the first thing I want to do is actually make a farming tool, because that's actually more important than anything else we're going to be doing right now. And then we're going to make a couple doors. Actually, one door of this type and one door of this type. And let's go up and look at this. Does it have any windows or anything? It has one window. Okay. So it needs a window and a lantern, I think it was. A window and a lantern, which we can't make yet. Okay, that's fine. But after he's done with this stuff, hopefully she'll level up to level 1, and we can make that lantern. How many windows is this building going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can make 6 more of these. Did she just level up, actually? Look at this. No, she didn't. Shell Pap. Oh, yeah, she did. Shell Pap. The Carpenter is now level 1, and she can actually make those lanterns. Fine. Make one of those as well. What else was that? That was a daily update. Now, you're going to get these every day, as the daily update title would imply. And this is going to tell you some things. And let's go over this briefly. It looks at your food, your morale, and your net worth. And it says, okay, you've got 64 of 50, fine. You've got 5 of 4, fine. You don't have 550 net worth yet, so you're not going to get a level up. I say a level up, it's not really a level up. What it's going to do is, if we meet these, if and when we meet these, it's going to say, okay, you've met this accomplishment, now you get another villager. And it's going to give us an 8th villager. So right now, we have Mesopotamia population 7. If we accomplish this goals, it's going to give us 8, and these numbers will go up. And then when we accomplish those goals, we'll get a 9th person, and those numbers will go up again, and so on and so forth. And that's how you grow your town. Alright, a caravan approaches. Hello, Mesopotamia. I come bearing food for trades. Would you like to give me 1 farmer's hoe in exchange for 3 wooden swords? I'd like you to suck my dick, because that's a terrible fucking offer, dude. I'm sorry. I just got away from me. That terrible, terrible merchant just really got under my skin. Speaking of farmer's hoe, that means we have one. If he's asking for it, it means we've got one. So that means we need to go in and find out who's going to be our farmer. Yui Mavel. Who are you? Where are you and who are you? They're in the mine for now, but they're about to be in the farms. Now that we have a farmer's hoe that we made with our Carpenter, we have this unlocked, and we can go ahead and assign that job to them. And oh shit, here she is. Yui Mavel, now the town farmer. What a fucking amazing time to be alive in Mesopotamia. And now that we have a farmer, the farm zone is unlocked. And that means we can make ourselves a nice little farm somewhere. How about right over here? Eh? Let's make a nice 11 by 11 farm, which is the maximum. And let's make it carrots. Fast growing but pretty bland versus corn, which is slow growing but super nutritious. We need some food right away, I think. So let's make it a fast-growing crop of carrots. I'm never going to grow turnips because fuck turnips. Fuck them. Turnips for what? Okay, anyway. So now we have a farmer, and they're just going to farm the shit out of this thing until they die, you know? That's their job now. Rufus is here to sell some stone stuff. Do we want any of this stone stuff? Well, it doesn't matter because we can't really afford it, but... Oh, mother effer. This is fine. We're going to pause it. This is our first combat in this little short playthrough, and this is sort of getting to the end of our first look, I think, because we're sort of experiencing all the little things, and now we get to experience the combat in Stonehearth. So hopefully you guys enjoy mindlessly beating on skeletons with people you have no real control over, because that's what this game's combat's all about. So if I go to here, our notifications bulletin thing, and click on this, it sort of goes and zooms into where this things are. So as you can see, in between these trees, there is a Linné the Dead that yearns for flesh. That's unfortunate. We have flesh, and we like to keep it. So what we're going to do is fight and defend tab. We're now going to go into this thing. Did I even go over this? I don't think I did, but this is a perfect time to do so. Parties. That's the first thing we're going to want to do is organize your troops into groups. Let's create a group, okay? And the first thing I want to do when you first start is gather everyone into one group because it's so much easier. Later on, when you have a bunch of people, you can make different groups and different stuff like that. But for now, we're going to make a single group called Eshopotamian. It's such a hard word to spell out. Eshopotamian, I don't know, Death Squad, because they're going to be fucking dealing out death, right? The traditional Eshopotamian Death Squad is now a thing. Now we just need to add members. So let's go through and add every single member we have. Done. And hopefully this works. So now, what are we going to do from here? We have the option now in our parties to send an attack order or a rally and defend order. And what we want to do is we want to set a rally and defend order about here. And once we go into this and select this button, the town defense mode, it's going to set everybody into alert mode for combat, right? And normally, unless they have a mission or a rally order, they're just going to stand in their place. They're just going to stop what they're doing and stand in their place alert. But if you send them to a defense place or an attack place, they will all, and everybody in that party will go to that place. So let's do it. Town defense mode active. We can now unpause it. Let's go fast, why not? And everybody's going to that area we put a banner down, and they're going to defend this zone, right? They're going to defend this particular area, and as soon as this guy gets close enough, we're going to get fresh with them. Oh shit, here's another one. So we've got 2 zombie menaces. They're causing shit. We're going to be taking them out directly, hopefully. Hopefully. There they go. They have to be pretty close for them to get into combat. Now the undead guys are really easy to deal with. They can kill you. They do attack. They go straight for you, whereas other things like goblins often will run away and stuff. That's their thing. Let's make sure there's not any other stragglers, because sometimes... Oh, there's one right there. Okay. Let's do this. We'll show you the defense, the attack order now. We're going to attack this bastard. Who is this, anyway? Twine the Sad. Well, Twine, you're about to be even fucking sadder because we're murdering the shit out of you. And done. And now I can show you the final button of this, the Fight and Defend tab, which is the Loot tab, which lets you select things that the dead people drop and loot them. So let's do that. There's some more stuff over here. That's fine. Now, we'll unselect this, and we'll unselect Town Defense mode, and they'll all go back to doing what they were doing. And actually, that went really smoothly. But sometimes you'll get some goblins instead, and sometimes they'll send an actual goblin fighter who won't run away. Normal goblins will be very skittish and run away, but sometimes fighters will come, and those things will sometimes send your dudes just running scared for some reason. And it can be a real hassle. So you want to be careful with your citizens, because you don't want them to die, obviously. And the best way, I think, to start off is to just send a defense order to the center of town and have them all gather, and then sort of send off additional stuff from there. At the beginning, obviously. And then later on, you can have maybe a north party. Maybe you separate your dudes into 4 parties, and you have them all protect like a different section of the town or something. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's a simple system, but it's a very versatile system, I think. Look at them build the shit out of this building, though. They're going to town on it. All right. Now, the next thing we want to do is, I think we're to a point where we're going to want our carpenter to build all the other tools that he can possibly build. So we have them all at our disposal. So we're going to start with a sword, a mason's hammer, a shepherd's crook, and a weaver's spindle. Fine. Fine. We also want to build some fencing, so let's build a nice little gate, and then we'll build, what, 20? What do you think? 20 fences? We'll start there and probably need more to... But we want to build like a fence around our garden just because, you know, that's the thing to do. Daily update. Oh, damn it. We're so close. They must have had a nice meal after that fight because we were at the food mark. Now we need to wait another day to get the right amount of food. And with the carrots coming in, I feel like we shouldn't have a problem. Okay, so what's the last few things that we need to look at before we can really say, okay, you guys have seen everything that this game can offer. Obviously, this is the kind of game where you're just given tools that you could just continually build out. So, like, this whole place could be covered in buildings eventually. You know, you'd have hundreds of villagers, assuming you can get to that point, and just have this entire place covered in a town. It'd be amazing. There are other things to do with the gathering tool, I guess. For instance... maybe we wanted to go out here and gather these berries that are wild and growing. We can gather those. We can gather these flowers and have them to place wherever we want to. It's the sky's the limit, really. And I think we're actually to the point. Let's check out the mine again. They've finished the mine up, so let's go ahead and maybe get another branch going. Let's do it closer, like right here. There you go. And then we can close this. And boom. We're ready. We got it all queued up again. Once again, it's all ready to go. So it's looking pretty good. We've discovered how to design a building. We've discovered the pre-designed buildings and how building works. We've got a farm. We've got stockpiles. We've even got tools so we can go in and say, hey, Runa Heart. You know what? Brom Zedro sounds like a warrior, actually. Jesus, what a name. Brom Zedro, you're going to be our town's guard. I hate calling him a footman because it just bugs the shit out of me for some reason. I realize that it's a real thing in the past, but I feel like a guard or a soldier is a much better name. It just makes them seem like they're less involving feet. Like they don't have a foot fetish. They're actually just, you know, killing zombies and shit. Something badass. Now we have a guard, and the thing about guards is they will not do anything except for patrol. So once you make a guard, just know that you're down a man when it comes to building and gathering and stuff. The good news is, because he's a guard, he's going to be really good at combat. So those fights will be much safer with good old Brom Zedro in footman mode. That said, we can now go into our carpenter, go to his workshop, and go down here and build some armor, build a shield. And as soon as the shield is in the stockpile, the guard will recognize that, and he'll go pick it up and put it on himself. Rufus Garrow's back with some more stone shit. Come on, Rufus. I'll sell you some wood if you want. Now we have 20 gold. Potentially we could use that 20 gold to buy... You know what? Why not? Let's buy a bird bath from old Rufus. He probably needs the money, okay? Fine. And here's where the stuff comes. The stuff is dropped off around your camp standard. So sometimes you want to move it around. You don't want to put your camp standard next to a building because sometimes it'll like spawn this sort of thing that you buy or whatever on top of the building itself. It's not the best. So just be careful where you place your camp standard and try to remember where it is. That's where your sort of quote-unquote mail will be delivered. And you can move it, obviously. You can move this. You can move anything. You can move anything around like this. So you want it like closer to the thing here. Put it over there. Move it right over to the next to the building. And then we'll move this camp standard a little bit inward. Oh, come on. Once they start, it's often an issue. of them coming all the time at that point. Okay, so let's go ahead. The thing is, it's proximity based, so you'll get a warning whenever they're a certain distance away from a villager, and then maybe it'll stop because that villager moved away, but that doesn't mean they're not there, right? The music that you hear. So let's go ahead and get our town militia back in their place, right? Let's get them back there. Let's go into town defense mode, and let's unpause it. And let's go here and let's figure out where they are. Oh, here they are. The fucking undead crew. And now we're going to go ahead and use... If we undo this, they will probably just go ham, right? Yeah, they're going ham. Now, normally they're pretty smart. So if they get a little bit low on health, they'll run off. But don't be fooled about the guard. The footman does not run. He does a lot of damage, and he can take a bit of a beating, but he doesn't run, so he could die potentially compared to the other villagers who will sort of run when they get low on health. Just a forewarning, you know, unless we want to have like a funeral for Brom Zedro the footman. We don't want him to go out there and get... You want to just keep an eye on him. And now that's I think that's all of them, right? I would imagine that 3 is sort of the limit. I think the problem is we explored out here getting those berries, and now they can spawn out here. The bigger the zone that you sort of explore, I think that's sort of like how it decides how often to attack you, to be honest. That seems to be the algorithm. And it may also be based on like how many people you have, but I think that's part of it, because I accidentally explored a bunch at one point, and man, it's nonstop at that point. All right. That's it. We're done. You guys can go back to what you're doing. And next time, we still have our defense standard up. Oh, no, that's not the defense standard. After a battle, we can go in and say, okay, let's put it right here. That way, next time, all we have to do is pop it into defense mode, and everybody will just rush there immediately. Cecilia Baltus is now a Trapper level 3. And that's something we can actually show you. And that'll be one of the last things we'll do is we'll make good old Cecilia a shepherd. Because at level 3, you can give her a shepherd's crook, make her into a shepherd. Look at her. Hell yeah. Now let's go to zones, and we'll make her a grazing zone right out front. Because there's one thing you should know. Animal, grazing, and murdering zone. The shepherds walk incredibly slow. So if they're out, if you station them out here and you try to call them back, hope that the zombies aren't out there, because she is crazy slow at walking when she's a shepherd. Yui Mayville is now a farmer level 1. Only took her 600 carrots to get there, but she has done it. Fantastic. So this, my friends, is Eschapotamia. Right now, I think what we'll do is we'll end this by going and checking out Buttsville, just to show you guys what 3 or 4 hours of work looks like. It's fairly slow, I'll be honest, but it's also because I played it without 2x speed at the time. I know better now. But we'll go take a look at it, right? And you guys can see it firsthand. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and save our town. Again, if you want to continue to watch me do Eschapotamia in general, hit the like button. And that'll let me know that you want to maybe see more of this. Let's hit new save. Good old Eschapotamia is done. And now we can go to Buttsville and load it. Here we are. Buttsville, USA. The ironic part is that while we have a million things here, we still really only have almost the same amount of buildings built as the town we were just in for 30 minutes. That said, this place is more advanced for sure. We have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people, including 2 guards now. We have a nice little farm. We have a vaguely butt-shaped inn thing going on where we have all of our dudes sleeping. And we have a carpenter / mason's workshop. It's going to be like a joint workshop once it's done. We have a nice little mine going somewhere-ish. Where is it? Let's check it out. Here's our mines that we've done so far, and we've also started a tunnel this way. I turn this off. You can see that we're tunneling through this mountain, and we're going to try to get a tunnel all the way through here to here. And we have a bunch of stuff. That's what we have, a bunch of stuff. And we're more advanced in certain ways, too. We have a nice blacksmith here who can make us all sorts of armor and stuff, as you can see. Swords and things like that. We have a bunch of iron and stuff saved up for that sort of thing. It's just there's not a lot to do, but you can do those few things that you are destined to do a lot, and you can build yourself a town. This thing is going to grow exponentially once I play it again, because I will be able to go it into 2x speed. I don't know why, but for some reason, even though I paused and played 100 times in this game, for some reason seeing this, oh fuck off. For some reason seeing this fast forward button, it just was it was just like not there in my mind. But from now on, I play with 2x speed. It looks as though we're in combat. So here's an idea. You get to see, apparently they're mine zombies. They come right out of the mine. You guys get to see the larger force in action. So let's go ahead and call them back. I think we'll call them to this part here. And assuming that I've done my job, my duty as mayor, yeah, everybody's in it. Look at them. It's a much larger force. We have 2 people in this thing now. And I think they even have like war hammers instead of swords. But watch this. When they get too close, they're going to regret that shit. Something fierce. Maybe? Here we go. They had to actually come up and give them like a kiss on the cheek for it to actually count. But what is this? Is this Micah? Is this Micah? Micah Winsett. Every goddamn time there's a combat situation, she just runs off like an asshole. And she never does anything. God damn it. I had to make her the Weaver just so she would be worth the shit. Micah. Infamous Micah. But yeah, I'll be playing this game on this particular town on the live stream, the Buttsville live stream on twitch.tv/EchPlays. So if you like that sort of thing, go over there and hang out. And you can talk to me about the game, ask questions, decide even further if this game's for you, maybe give me some tips, whatever. If not, that's fine too. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it either way. So until I see you guys again, I'm Esh, this is EchPlays. This was a first look. Hopefully you learned something from it or were at least entertained by it. If not, I apologize, and I will gladly give you a compliment on your hair or tell you how I like your butt. Something nice just to make up for this travesty. But until next time, as always, guys, play on.